So what I'm doing at the moment is, you'd see all these bare patches. Well, those bare patches had carpet covering them for a number of months. And where did that carpet came from? It came from inside this building. So when I first arrived and into this building and we're loading things in, inside that house was a dog's breakfast, is the polite way to put it. Most people could never imagine living in a building like this that was animal infested, a lot of evidence of animals living inside it, and sort of like you wanted to just float through the air and get out. But anyway, I've turned it into my temporary accommodation, and so I put all this carpet that was just, you wouldn't want to walk on it. It was like yuck. So I put it out here, and thought, because the grass was a lot longer back in April. Anyway, put it out here, thinking, okay, we'll maybe use it for something, lining the ground for the garden bed or something. But anyway, laid it all out here. The cows have walked all over it and pooed all over it. This is one piece here. So it's actually quite heavy. And I want to get this piece I've folded up on the other side of that fence. And I'm going to lay it out over the garden and use it to kill this grass, this twitch, how do you say it? Kuku grass. It's very strong and roots will grow everywhere. So I want to try and get it killed, and I need to buy a rotary hoe. But in the meantime, I thought I'll lay this out. Some people have actually used old carpet like this or cardboard as the base for a no-dig garden. And it's I thought I have had lay this out on the other side of the fence and cover the ground, kill the grass, maybe even leave it there and build the garden on top of it. Not sure at this stage. So with a lot of things around here, and a lot of things I've done for a long time, I've had to figure out ways of doing things just with my own two hands, because there's nobody else available to help and so forth. So this is a little bit of a heavy bit of carpet. I wouldn't want to try and lift it up over the fence. I don't want to damage my back, because that's going to cause significant issues for me. So I thought I'd bring it up here. I'm going to drag it underneath the wires, and then I'll sort of endeavour to fold it up over the fence rail and then lay it out. So I need to get on to my work here. The sun is starting to set. I think it's about 4:30 at the moment, and I'm not sure if daylight savings changed or not. Actually, I sort of lose track of the time of the day unless I look at the sun, and learning to know where this time is according to the sun, and at the moment it's straight up there. So that's all good, and so I'm going to get on with this, and let's see if I can get this in place. Okay, so far so good, and I'm going to lift a little bit more over, and then I'm going to go over the other side and just I'll spread it out. Maybe I'll start over in that far corner and line it up over there. Got a bit of old underfelt on here as well, so it'll take a couple of weeks to make any difference, and but I'll be looking to purchase a rotary hoe in the near future, I think. So I'll spread this out here now, and I made a comment the other recent post about the markings on this tin and how it's manufactured in Great Britain and it's got the royal stamp on it. I'll just put it that way so you can read it. So British Crown, the royal stamp of approval. So that came out on that may well have come out on a sailing ship. This tin, quite interesting. Doesn't have a brand name, so can't tell which part of England it would have came from. And you can see we've overlapped a little bit here. You can see the printed marking. So yeah, a bit of history there. I don't know what part of the building this would have been on. This might have been the tin from the old milk and cow shed that's way over there, where you can see all that rubbish right slap bang in the middle of the picture. So there used to be a building there once upon a time. I have no idea when it was last used and pulled down and so forth, but it was some time ago because there's a lot of dirt over the top of the concrete pad now. And so maybe that's where this came from. And at some stage someone's dragged it up here and used it for fencing and so forth. There's a lot more iron up behind me up on the top next to the fence line. That's all been stacked up, so some quite long pieces. So that might be handy for a number of things. So we'll see. So I'm going to lay this out now. So I'm using some of the plastic that was around the other side of this building, just dumped in an area where the fence is over there, which I believe is once upon a time a garden, and it's all just been turned into a rubbish dump. Anyway, going to spread this plastic out, black side up, and hopefully that will help hasten killing the grass, and allow me to tackle it with a rotary hoe in the near future. So I'll just keep going. So I've basically covered this area, placed a few garden boxes and bits of concrete just to help keep the plastic in place so it doesn't blow away in any windy weather. And so what it does mean is this area is now becoming less of an eyesore. Yeah, some people just dump rubbish. So anyway, we've got to fix up this side here. We're going to need another post in here, get it all back upright, and probably dig all this over. I'm assuming the soil is pretty good. In fact, this whole peninsula has got apparently very good soil, and not too far away from where I am now, maybe 15 minutes. They're trialling the first commercial grade quality peanuts, and the first trial crop has been harvested and turned into peanut butter by Mr. Pick and Nelson. So that's all very interesting. It's got a lot of people quite interested in that whole process, what's happening. But the soil's pretty dark actually. The layer above the sandstone rock varies in depth, and I think maybe the deepest it might be would be 1 metre, but so far around here it seems to be around about 500 mils. So, but as I keep digging around this large property, I will learn more about the ground. So I see a log there needs to be taken out of the way. Bonkers came in this whole area before, and I'm just worried if he tries to get in, he's going to strip that lemon tree. So I've got to protect that. So if he understood how flimsy this iron's just sitting there, just leaning, he could actually knock it over very easily. But I put up the old mattress that was in the rubbish area that was in one of the rooms, just behind the car, to sort of just block him in. Yeah, he could just give it a nudge and it'll fall over, but he doesn't know that. So that's our secret. And so that's good. So yeah, it's just trying to make it a little bit more pleasant, if one can make a old garden turn rubbish dump pleasant to look at. I'm sure I'll get there eventually. And yeah, lots of little bits of rubbish that need to be disposed of. So we'll see how all that goes. So yeah, so it's all looking very good. And you might notice a sign Labrie. It used to be our mum and dad's gate at our last family home. And if you know anything about Francis Schaeffer, very famous, now dead, thinker, philosopher, theologian, Christian thinker, and his place he established in Switzerland, I think, if my memory serves me right, was called Labrie. And Mum always had that inspiration of searching for the truth. So, and thinking about it. So this room here where the door is, that's actually the toilet. So I thought it's appropriate actually to put it there. You can sit there and do a bit of thinking.